"You'll be better off without me." That is the rallying call, of course, from the wife of the former royal, that is the Duke of Sussex, Prince Harry. But what on earth is Meghan Markle bleating about this time around? As ever, let me explain. Morning, lovely to see you. Thank you so much as ever for joining me today. Nice to have your company on a very misty, foggy, sort of drizzly, miserable day here in the very heart of London. Parliament behind me, I don't know if you can just see that there. Yeah, looks a little bit out of kilter today, doesn't it? It's like most of the people in there, let me tell you. You know, people ask me about the political news stories and I say, listen, you know, all governments are the same. What you learn, I'm sure most people who watch this show will understand, is as you get older, you realise it's all about them. Everybody promises you everything, but it never materialises because there's always a problem once they get in power. Have you noticed that? Absolutely. Now, some person that you may feel a little bit sorry for is none other than, of course, the former royal known as the Duke of Sussex. Now, you know, forgive me before I say this, but it can't be easy because I think he felt he was marrying the dream wife. There's no two ways about it at the start. You know, Meghan Markle seemed very nice, fresh-faced and beguiling, one might say, particularly to somebody like Prince Harry, who'd had not really much success in the female stakes, you know, and seemingly fell in love and out of love quite quickly. Suddenly he found a more mature woman who apparently just was going to show him exactly how to live life, because it wasn't enough just to survive, right? You had to thrive. Remember that line. Now, where it gets really interesting, as you can imagine, is over the last few weeks, particularly with the likes of the Hollywood actress Justine Bateman, basically labelling Harry and Meghan disaster tourists, which has to be one of the biggest negatives to a start of a new year, given the fact that Meghan decided she was going to start the new year running around barefoot in the sand by the beach and basically saying 2025 was her year. Well, things took a dramatic nosedive very quickly. But according to a source now literally very close to Prince Harry, apparently Meghan Markle's having a wobble over this. Let me explain. See, Meghan apparently believes that the forthcoming big event over in Vancouver, you know, which is a wonderful place, obviously. I genuinely have never been. It just looks fabulous. You know, I do like the look of Canada. Not so keen on your winters, but then you won't be keen on our winters, will you? You know, but that's the thing, isn't it? Nobody likes bad weather, do they? But on the other side of the coin, the last time that Harry and Meghan went there, which was just around about a year ago now, to launch the Invictus Games, Meghan was gushing about she couldn't wait to come back, etc. According to the source, she's having a wobble simply because now she believes that she will become, well, a distraction. And it's really all about Harry. It's Harry's games. It's Harry's momentum. He's put so much hard work into it, as she pointed out on numerous occasions when she took to the stage clutching yet another microphone. Others might suggest, of course, that Meghan naturally doesn't necessarily have the time or the inclination. After all, she has bigger fish to fry. Some might say revenge on those that have taken her on board, and more importantly, trying to salvage what remains of her career alongside the streaming giant Netflix. Harry, though, is basically digging his heels in, saying, it's about both of us, I can't do it without you, you need to come with me. And this is what's creating something of a fracas behind the scenes, because, as I say, if you want to be kind, you could say that Meghan perhaps could be thinking of Harry on this occasion, right? Or it could be the fact that she's been there, done that, taken those photo opportunities, and what really is there now for her to take forward? And she knows naturally that the press will never be on her side regarding this. It was something that was put together with the inclusion of His Majesty the King, Prince William, Catherine, and then Harry. Suddenly now it's just the Meghan and Harry show, and that to a lot of people is not what the Invictus is about. But apparently Harry can't do it without her. So should he risk it and go alone? Or will Meghan once again win the day and decide that he'll have to go alone simply because she can't take much more of a media battering? Either way, it's a developing story. When I know more, you'll know more. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.